Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. Andre Blackman Bryan, the alleged leader of the Klansman One Don gang, has been found guilty of 2 murders so far. This is a shorter version, and this is just breaking news. But for those of you who tune in, I've been following the Klansman One Don gang trial, and I have a lengthy update with all the details, everything you've missed. So look out for that. This right here, sir, is just breaking news. So Jamaica Observer posted 2 articles within the hour. One was posted about an hour ago, and another one was posted roughly 15 minutes ago or so. The first one says, alleged Klansman gang leader Andre Blackman Bryan and his supposed sharpshooter bodyguard have been pronounced guilty of engineering the murder of an individual called Outlaw in Lauriston, St. Catherine in 2017. The November 2017 murder of Lauriston resident Outlaw was allegedly planned by Bryan, who gave the order for him to be eliminated. There's another update that said 10 alleged Klansman gangsters were found not guilty in several other murders. So there's 10 of them who got off, but Andre Blackman Bryan has been found guilty of this particular murder right here for the murder of Outlaw. We're going to talk about the other murder he was found guilty of as well. Earlier in the trial, a relative of the murdered man, whose real name was Patrick Tulloch, testified that on November 2nd of 2017, she received a telephone call informing her that he had been killed. She told the court that she attended the funeral, which was an open casket affair, and that she was also present at the burial. She told Tulloch, she said Tulloch had forgotten, or not forgotten, she said that Tulloch had gotten the moniker Outlaw from an incident in which his mother had beat him as a child for leaving the yard. She said he jumped through a glass window in attempting to evade the beating, leading someone to remark that, "Ratted, I must say outlaw that." And the name, she said, stuck with him. So in other words, she's saying that his name Outlaw did not come by being out in the streets. His name Outlaw came from a beating his mommy was giving him, and the way how him jumped through the window, the glass window, to evade the beating. Somebody who saw it called him Outlaw. Now, Outlaw murder now has someone convicted, or yes, for it. Now, there's another update that says alleged Klans leader Blackman and 2 others have been also found guilty in Deportee's murder. If you've been following me for a while, you will remember the story of Deportee, that one of the 2 crown witnesses are star witnesses, those who were a part of the gang before, but they changed or they turned states. That meaning they started cooperating with the prosecution, and they themselves will not be prosecuted, but their testimonies will be used to convict others. Remember the whole phone thing, and one of them had multiple phones and was secretly recording conversations and so on. All right. So there was a story about Deportee and why them call him Deportee. Deportee is the one who I believe was working at a grocery store, and he was shot up in the parking lot of the grocery store that he was working at. I remember them telling the story and in court, and he said the youth did come down from foreign and him never have nothing. So he was a deportee that had nothing, and they approached him and them say, "You don't have nothing to eat, where your shoes them there?" Cause him not even did have shoes on, and apparently somebody else had already assaulted him and taken his shoes. So I mean, I talk about gun when me say shoes, you know. In court, the man says shoes, meaning the shoes off his foot. So not even shoes him never have. So they took him in. The gang took him in, according to what was testified in court. And of course, they fed him and they made him a part of the family. But you know, nothing is for free. So when come time now for him to put in work, deportee wasn't into that. Deportee went and got a regular job and was trying to sustain himself that way. So according to the witness, Andre Blackman ordered him to be killed. And they went into a lengthy testimony about how he was killed, the day he was killed, and after he got killed, Andre Blackman was driving away in a car, and he actually, first he went over there and said, him want to see him. Like he want to see him where he's at before he get killed, and he saw him, and then as he was driving away, he gave the order for him to be killed, and two men walked down upon him, shoot him up, kill him, and the person who testified said that Blackman, when he heard the gunshots going off, he was laughing or smiling in the car because he knew that that was his handiwork being carried out. That was the testimony. This is not SouFLoTV words. I have no dog in this fight. I just bring you the news because this case is being tried behind closed doors, and us, the public, are not able to see and hear exactly what is going on. We have to go through a third party who is relaying the message to us as to what is happening in the courtroom. So the second story says not only outlaw, but alleged Klansman gang leader Andre Blackman Bryan and two of his co-accused have now been pronounced guilty of enabling the 2018 murder of a deported man on Jones Avenue in Spanish Town, St. Catherine. Prosecutors argued that the hit was ordered by Bryan. Count 15 of the 25-count indictment had charged the accused Jaziel Blake, Michael Whitley, and Brian Morris and Andre Blackman Bryan with facilitating the commission of an applicable offense by a criminal organization. Blake, however, he got away. He was dropped from that count following a successful non-case submission because the judge said they were not able to prove that he was a part of the organization. They didn't have enough evidence to prove. They didn't show that he showed up to any gang meetings. They didn't show that he was recorded in any conversations. They didn't have any kind of proof, just word of mouth. So Blake escaped. The defendant, Ted Prince, was mentioned in the evidence of the witness, but had not been indicted for the murder. On Thursday afternoon, trial judge Chief Justice Brian Sykes, in handing down the verdict on that count, said that Andre Blackman Bryan, Whitley, and Morris are guilty. So there you have it. Breaking news. Andre Blackman Bryan has now been charged for the murder of a man by the name of Deportee and another man by the name of Outlaw. Stay tuned. Like I said before, I have a lengthier video telling more in details about who else got off, who else is also going to be found guilty of other murders, and how this whole thing is playing out so far. Boy, me not say nothing. I keep that one ear short. Walk good, my people. Hit that subscribe button and click the bell next to the subscribe button so you're notified when these updates are uploaded to SouFLoTV. Catch you later. Peace.
I beat the beat, I make the beat cry. Tro sweet the streets, put out the street fire. He on the block because it's E-time. That's why the judge